Well, hey there, my friends. In this video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding some details to my stream that's on the other side of my irrigation ditch. That's what I'm going to be doing in this video, so hopefully it'll benefit you when you're thinking about adding accents to your water features on your model train layout. So let's head into the living room and let's see what's going on. Well, as you know, I always make my videos from my chair in my office, and you can see the mural that's behind me. So basically what it's representing is you'll see distant mountains and a lake scene right there. And of course, there's my mountain scene. So let's head out into the living room and see this train layout for a second. So here's what I'm working on. So got that bank done right there. Kind of represents a man-made area where they built this train track at, and I put some dirt here. I'm going to be bringing a row of ground cover down into here yet. That little white road there, white area represents a 2-lane highway. And you can tell I got some figures I'm setting here. I got some micro minis coming across the highway bridge there, and got a little guy that's sitting there getting ready to turn down the head gate to close the water off to the ditch. So this is the irrigation ditch that will feed this hayfield that I'll put in here eventually. And here's another head gate, but this is what I'm working on. I'm working on showing you this area that I'm working on. As you can tell, I'm putting some earth-colored soil along the bank and some rock there. So basically it represents if the water was coming out of there, it would be washing around right there, and we don't want it to wash out that half wall there. So I'm going to show you on camera. I'm going to extend the rock just to probably over here, and then the dirt will intercede in there, and then I'm going to put some rock down here along this bottom to intersect that. So let me turn the camera around so you can watch what I'm doing here. So basically what I'm doing is using some Mod Podge mats and a little paintbrush, and I'm brushing just a coat of glue along through here. Don't go too far, because this will start setting up quickly. And as you can tell, I got my little pile of rocks there. I just find some rocks that will fit that area and just lay them in place. Doesn't have to be big rocks, because this is in scale. If you put some littler ones down, then you can put some bigger ones also on top of it as well. Get a little bit more better coverage. We'll be adding resin water at a later time to this layout. Right underneath there. So work around the corner here. What I like about this is it will dry clear. Yep. Glue. Tedious work, as you can tell. It'll actually leave some pretty good effects to it when it's all done, and we put resin water in there. Like I said, I've just taken these rocks to this area that where the canyon wall starts, because this is a man-made area here. I want it to look realistic. And I've seen some pictures where the streams were lined with rocks on the spillway to get around a man-made curve, so the water, if they let that water out too fast in that ditch, or if a flood come down through here, wouldn't wash out that bank. So that's what I'm trying to model here. Don't worry about getting glue on the top part of the rock. If you don't like how it looks, you turn it over so it'll lay flatter. Like I said, this stuff dries clear. I don't even worry about getting it into the bed itself, because I know it'll dry clear. And that's what you want when you go find your glue. You use wood glue in here, and wood glue has a tint to dry yellow. So if you've seen wood glue dried, it has a yellow tint to it. It's not a clear drying effect. This old Mod Podge is seals and it binds. It's a pretty cool application, I think. These rocks were actually found out in my wife's parents' driveway, and we sorted through them, and I used the bigger rocks over on the riverside. Now I'm just using smaller rocks to finish off my stream over here. You build up your bottoms before you start up into the top. The bottom rock will help hold it a little bit more in place. So as you can tell, I'm putting it down on the bottom next to the deeper part of the stream. It's got quite a bank right there, so it's being a little difficult for me. And now it helps to have those little rocks too. Let's put a little bit of them little rocks there. Dirt has a brown foam, fine ballast foam in it. Might indicate some of the redness of the soil here, so you'll see that reddish brown soil going all the way through my layout. On the irrigation side of it, not where it's dry at, because there's no, I want to represent that orange color where it's dry at. I'm just going to run these rocks down here to the end, so then we see that the canyon wall starts right there. Sometimes I get excited about what I'm doing and I forget to make videos on it. This is my 7th layout that I've done. I enjoy every part of it. Try to get the wife to do more things. She's actually going to be doing our 3rd or 4th phase. We're going to do a national reservoir lake scene, and she has decided to take on that one because I'm basically doing this one. But she comes in and helps me every once in a while. finer, smaller rocks add to that texture. Alright, my friends, I think that's as far as I'm going to take that on that side. Kind of makes it look like it's a spillway now. And when it comes around here, it'll be leveling out a little bit more. So now, I think we can see a little bit right what I'm doing right there. So I'm going to bring that coming around on this bank just a little bit here. So let's bring these down, this rock down over this ridge here into the stream. I don't want to go too far with it because it's getting into the natural canyon wall area now. Let's just bring it to the end of this point. I think that's it for the glue for the rock area. Put that cap on there. Again, so now I can get in here and see what I'm doing. Turn the rocks and line up my edge. Put your smaller rocks on the top and your bigger rocks down at the bottom to hold the bank of rocks. We add the murky water tint to this. It'll look pretty cool, I think. Basically, I'm just going to build rocks up the ledge here. If you start out with the bigger ones down at the bottom, it don't take much to for that glue to hold the smaller rocks in there. Which is a pretty cool concept. When you start building, sometimes you don't know the end result of your layout, but God knows. God knows a lot of things, my friends. As you didn't know, I'm also a pastor. I have a YouTube channel called Pastor Michael Nicodemus, where I basically share my personal life and midweek Bible study. And my ministry is Heart to Heart Refinement School, where I'm a course instructor. And you can see that on Heart to Heart Refinement YouTube. Heart to Heart Refinement School on YouTube. That's what I meant to say. Just filling in rocks and get to the edge of my glue here. I think this will be a pretty good retaining wall. So when it washes, it won't wash around the curve, you know. So you got to think like Mother Nature would, you know, with things that are happening out there in the real world when you're doing this. It's already starting to set up. Swing them around with your hands. Well, I think I'm gonna pretty much stop that bank of rocks right like that. A couple of small little drops right there, rocks. I think we'll call that good. Let me show you how I'm applying the dirt to it while I'm there. So I have some sculpted mold that I molded down in this area, and I'm going to keep the percentage of that in there, but I'm just going to try to show you the dirt concept. The sculpted mold does a fine job of, you know, sculpting the valley and what you're trying to do, but I'm just going to follow this dirt path along where I've done here. Build this up right in this area, so this dirt will come to this area. And later on, when I put more sculpted mold in there and I paint that base color, I'll do some more of that. So let me show you how I'm doing my dirt to start with. Basically, I have a red dirt mix that I mixed up, and you can tell that there's some brown in it. Oops, hold on. Actually dropped some gluey paintbrush on the floor of my living room here. So basically, as you can tell, I'm just putting this dirt mix in my fingers and just putting it down in the areas. And as you can tell, this area is pretty much set up. So that's the concept. A little bit of dirt from my backyard and a little bit of brown fine ballast foam. And that's how I'm putting the dirt in there. Then I can take my fingers and pat that down a little bit. So that's how I'm doing the dirt. And now the water, when it floods through here, it won't wash out the bank, and it'll come up against this really hard rock that you see right here and come around. Another one of the reasons why I don't want to put anything on here is because I'm going to be taking this little section out that you see right here, and I'm going to be curving this track to go that way so we can do the layout that way. So I'll be removing this ground cover probably from here to where the straight section is, and I'll be making it go that way. So the track has to start, when it gets here, it has to start going uphill to go to 4 inches tall. So there's a lot of work that's going on there. And I also want to build a tunnel back underneath where the camera is. I'll turn that around so you can see. So basically my concept is when this train comes around this loop right here, this locomotive will come into here, as you can tell where I'm setting there right now. So if I build if I put in a switch track that will take this back in this way, he'll be able to pull up here towards this bridge that's on the other side, and he'll be able to back up his consist into a line and then come around another switch here into a cattle feed yard that will be sitting right over here where the tape measure was. So where I'm going to put this board at, there's going to be a cattle load-out facility right there. So the farmers, they will come and sell their cows, but then buyers will also come and they will buy their cows. And that layout, hold on, I got the paper template for that. This is the actual size of the yard that I'm going to be putting right there. So as you can tell, it's going to be coming almost right here where this road's going to be. So this bridge has to change its concept a little bit. So now if the yard goes right there, he can back up his load of cattle cars, drop them, then he can pull back out here and back up into where the train yard will be, and you can see where that locomotive is heading at. So when he comes in here and he's going to back off the main, and he's going to drop the cattle by this facility over here, then he can come back in here and back into the train yard that will be back inside that canyon wall there. Then we'll have a little road that so a little car can actually drive. Let me see, you can see on camera there where the track will be, but you'll have a little pedestrian car there where there will be a single dirt road where they can drive back over a bridge back into that area as well. So there will be a bridge for cars and also for a single track. So that's why I'm not going to take all that rock back behind there, because let's say this guy, he did his set out, right? Well, then he can back up on the consist and back up into this area right here. So there'll be a switch that goes that way, and then a switch that goes that way too. And then there'll be another bridge where the passenger cars will be able to go back up into there. So that's my concept. I think that shows up pretty good on the camera there. So that's the idea, but I got to get some buildings done and get that road done, and then build that landscape up. But I think for as far as my demonstration of showing you this, I think we're pretty much done. Because now when this water comes out of this irrigation ditch, or if a flood comes through here, it will wash up against the rocks and not decay the railroad. And then this represents the hard canyon wall right here, and then it'll eventually come up into here and then roll its way back. And as you can tell, it goes back and drops back into the river over there. So that's the concept, my friends. So just wanted to say thanks for watching this little stream accenting video. I really enjoy making these videos for you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, give it a thumbs up, and share this with your friends. I'll see you in the next video.